Good afternoon, students. I am Professor Sueda Kakde. This video deals with your subject Indian English Literature, and I am going to deal with the topic Pre-Independent Indian English Poetry. Before moving to my topic, the term Indian English Literature, what it means. Like various Indian writers who are born and brought up in India, they may settle down in foreign country, but they should have either ancestry of Indian or the citizenship of India, and they are writing literature in English language. They are considered as Indian English writers. This is nothing but Indian English literature. Now when we see Indian English literature, in the introduction section, the phenomenon of writing in English is the result of India's political, social and cultural encounter with the West, chiefly with Britain. The introduction of English education in India caused a tremendous ferment in life and literature of Indian people. A world of new ideas was opened to them through the portals of English literature. In the 19th century, educated Indians responded to Western thought and literature. They critically examined the foundations of their own society and culture and formulated proposals for social and religious reform. Their efforts found expression both in English and Indian languages. The first sign of this was to found in writing of English verse by Indians. This means that at the beginning, when Indians started writing in English language, they prefer writing poetry. And why Indians started writing in English language? Because of Britishers ruled India, and for that reason at that time they emphasized on English education, and whoever went to schools and colleges, they learnt English language for that reason. And again there was one more thing, that the people who speaks English, who writes in English, they were considered as intellectual people, and other people who doesn't know English language, they were considered as barbaric people in in the society when Britishers ruled India. So whenever people had been to schools and colleges, they had received education in English language. That is the reason. And one more reason, that various people had visited foreign countries. It may be for education purpose or for job purpose, and there they learnt English language. Then the people had studied about British literature, and they were influenced by British literature, especially we can say about romantic writers, and then they had cultivated that style and they preferred writing, and they felt that instead of verse, means poetry, instead of prose, they had focuses on poetry more. And when we see Indian English poetry, which is now nearly 180 years old, can be divided into two phases: pre-independence period and post-independence period. So, what is pre-independence period? That is the poetry which is written before independence of India, that is before 1947. And then the poetry written after independence, that is considered as post-independence period. Now let us look into pre-independence period. Pre-independence Indian English writing was the outcome of the cross-fertilization of two cultures, Indian and English. English came to India as representative of bourgeoisie's culture, art and democracy. It introduced modern literary forms of the Indian people. This brought about a veritable renaissance in India. The writers in India began to assimilate a new consciousness and new literary forms for nearly a century. Yet their identity as genuine writers and scope of their writing in English remained debated issues. Because when Britishers governed India at that time, even British writers were there and Indian writers were there. Both were writing in English language, but due to this colonization, Britishers gave more importance to their writers, means British writers, and our Indian writers at that time, they had not got popularity. After some years, like when now we are studying, so at that time we had divided this and we considered these poets and we had categorized them as pre-independence poets. However, the fact remains that the pre-independence phase has to be considered a vital platform that led to the development of the poetic spirit of India in English. Like after independence, poets had read about the pre-independence poetry and they got influenced by them and they continued that style of writing. Indian English poetry was born under a romantic star. As I told you that Indian English poetry is nothing but a revival of romantic poets. It was highly influenced by the poetry of English romantics like Wordsworth, Keats, P.B. Shelley and Lord Byron. So these are the major romantic poets of British literature. You know them very well. You know about in detail about these poets. So you know the writing style of Wordsworth, writing style of John Keats, as Keats is famous for his odes. Then P.B. Shelley and Lord Byron. So these romantic poets had focused on romantic elements in their poetry. So in the same manner, our pre-independent poets dealt their poetry in romantic style, mysterious style. It began with verse, romance and lyrics written in the romantic vein. Most of the pre-independence Indian poets in English lived and wrote when the Indian freedom struggle had become a deep-rooted nationalistic upsurge. So this was the introduction about Indian English poetry. Now let's look into the poets of Indian English literature, especially pre-independence Indian English poets. First and foremost Indian English poet is none other than Henry Vivan Derozio. So you may get question that who is the first Indian English poet, and the answer is Henry Vivan Derozio. He was the son of an Indo-Portuguese father and an English mother. He started his writings when he was 10 years old. After completion of his education, he joined the Hindu College at Calcutta as a lecturer. There his writing style developed. He read various works and he started his writing. Let's look into the poetic collections of Henry Derozio. First one, Poems, which is published in 1827, and the second famous poetic collection called The Fakir of Jahangir, a metrical tale and other poems, and that was published in the year 1828. What is dealt in the Fakir of Jahangir is see here. The Fakir of Jahangir is an extremely competent narrative of the tragic life of Nalini, a high caste Hindu widow. She was rescued from the funeral pyre by the young robber chief, whose love she returns. So the story is here the protagonist of the poem is Nalini, and she was a Hindu widow. And you know about Sati system. So when husband dies, at that time wife has to be burnt in the funeral pyre of the husband. But here one robber had saved her life because he loved her, and after saving she returned his love, and that is the story of the Fakir of Jahangir. So these two poems and the Fakir of Jahangir are two famous poetic collections of Henry Derozio. Apart from that, he had written short poems, and they are here it is. He has written a sonnet called To the Moon, another sonnet as The Golden Vase, and one more sonnet Death, My Best Friend. These are his famous sonnets. Then he has also written satirical verse, and for example, satirical verse is Don Juan's. So these are his poems. Now let's look into features of Henry Derozio's poetry. The prominent feature is nationalistic zeal. I had marked here as one number. That is the feature of Derozio's poetry, nationalistic zeal. What he has expressed in the poetry is his Indian blood and identify himself with the white man that he has depicted in his poems like To India, My Native Land. Another poem, The Harp of India. Next poem, To the Pupils of Hindu College. These poems has patriotic utterance which stamps Derozio as an Indian English poet. Next feature is use of Indian myth and legend, imagery and diction. So what again he had depicted? He has depicted about Indian myth and legend in his poetry. For example, in his poem as Highest Himalaya, Ganga's Roll, Chandra's Beams, Sweet Sitar. In these poems, he had depicted about Indian myth and legend. He has written various sonnets which dealt with emotions. So these are the major two features of Henry Derozio's poetry. This is about Henry Derozio, who was the first poet of Indian English literature. I repeat, Indian English literature. When we ask the question as it may be, who is the first poet of Indian English literature, that is the answer is Henry Derozio. And if we ask the question as who is the first poet of Indian English or pre-independence Indian English poetry, the answer remains as Henry Derozio. Next, let's look into the another poet named Kashi Prasad Ghosh. I will deal with other poets in my next class. So see you in next class.